Hi, welcome to the Hungry Bookworm. I have a great book to tell you guys about this week. I am so excited about this book. It was a surprise. I opened my door one morning and there was this box standing there on my doorstep from the mailman, and I was like, what in the world is this? Because I didn't order anything. And sure enough, it was a surprise from Simon & Schuster Children's Publishers. And what a great one too. Thank you very much, guys. I love opening boxes that I didn't know were going to come, especially when they hold something like the first book in the Worldquake series, Dragons Green by Scarlett Thomas. Now, Scarlett Thomas is a well-known fantasy author for the adult audience. I didn't know that, but after reading this, I'm going to be definitely hitting more of her books. This is her first book for younger readers. It's for, I'd say ages 9 and up. And wow, it's amazing. This might sound like a lot, but I think it reminds me of Harry Potter in many ways. It sounds ridiculous. I mean, Harry Potter. But this book has a lot of magical elements in it, and it has this same whimsical, quirky little magical feel to it. It's narrated, and every now and then the narrator throws in little tidbits of information and details that really bring this to life, and it's just a treat to read. And this is also a bit like The Never-Ending Story. And it has the same magical flow, and there's a little bit of another world in it. And between the two of them, and then it has its own flavor too. This is just a beautiful, magical read. Now, this book is, as I said, the first one in the Worldquake series. What is a worldquake? The worldquake is like a gigantic earthquake, and it separated the modern world from the magical world. The interesting thing is that the modern world, the people who live there, no longer remember that there is a magical world. Some of them do, but the rest of them kind of, ignore the fact or just have forgotten it. Not only that, but this is kind of a quirky thing that she put in there, Scarlett Thomas put in. The internet has disappeared. And there's no cell phones. Instead, they run around with the kids with little beepers, kind of like they did 20 years ago if you were a doctor and you had to call. And they have these beepers and they say, oh, your parents have to call or whatever. Anyway, the rest of this is very modern in that sense. And it's about a girl named Effie. And Effie has lost her mother. I don't remember if her mother was lost or she's dead. There's kind of some mystery around that. And her father remarried a stepmother. And of course, it's a not so nice stepmother. Her and Effie don't get along at all, and neither does Effie with her father anymore. Luckily, Effie has a wonderful, sweet grandfather. And this grandfather isn't only sweet, he's a little odd. And there's some talk that he might really be a really amazing wizard in disguise. Not that Effie believes in magic, because, hey, magic doesn't exist. But she did notice that her father told her grandfather, don't talk to Effie about magic and don't teach her magic. And she kind of wonders why that is, because maybe there is something like magic. Anyway, sad happens and her grandfather dies, disappears maybe. Anyway, there's also a mystery around that, but he's gone. And he has left Effie several things. He has left her some glasses, a letter opener, a ring, and some couple other objects. He has also, most importantly, left her his entire valuable library. And Effie's really excited. She loves books, but her father and her stepmother decide it's better to sell the library and get the money for Effie. So they, without her knowing, sell her library, and she's all upset. And this book is basically about how Effie has to get this library back, because there's a lot more to this library than meets the eye. Now, Effie, as I said, does not realize that this magical world exists. She discovers that she is also magical, and she has friends that she slowly meets, and they're also magical as well. However, some of them already know about this mysterious magical world. And we learn more about it as Effie learns about it. And it's kind of fun. Effie's a very courageous girl, a little spunky, and she's ready to take it on, but she's also a little bit careful in some things. Now, this book has a lot of magic. It has dragons, it has princesses, it has evil spiders, and a lot of other things. And I love what Scarlett Thomas does with this. This isn't an easy background book. I mean, there is a lot of depth in this book, and the world building is amazing and complex. However, she does a fantastic job of slowly weaving it in little details here and there. And you can tell that this book is the beginning of a wonderful series. It's like the beginning of an adventure. Effie has to find out what's happened to this library. She knows it's been sold to some evil wizards who are trying to work against the wizard or the magical world and trying to take it over, which is not good. So she's got to find a way to get it back. And that's what happens in this story. However, it is only the first of many exciting ventures to come, and that's exactly the taste that you get in this book. because there is so many layers and levels. It's going to be, I'm just really looking forward to the rest of the series. I adored this book and read it in one setting, and I can't wait to see what the other ones hold, because there's even a magical cafe and magical buns and all this other stuff, and it's just a lot of fun to read. Anyway, if you're looking for a great magical summer read for yourself or your kids, I would highly recommend this one. And that's it for today. Until next time, don't forget to feed that bookworm.